Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, May 10, 2021. With face-to-face classes resuming today for students sitting exit exams, provision is being made for more teachers to be vaccinated. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says that to date, 7,500 teachers have received their first dose, and more will be inoculated as part of the infection prevention and control measures.
It's a fairly decent number, still not high enough to give us the satisfaction we would need, but we do have a critical core that could carry the revision classes and the face-to-face classes that we need.
He is urging teachers to take the vaccine. In other education news, Portfolio Minister Favour Williams says the ministry is looking to move from the generalist teaching model in primary schools to a specialist system. She was making her contribution to the 2021-2022 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives recently.
We will begin the transition of having specialist teachers in our worst performing primary school as identified by the National Education Inspectorate.
The minister points out that the present system involves one teacher being responsible for all subject areas at the primary level and says the master teacher concept is among the strategies to increase teacher effectiveness and student learning.
We have a small pool of master teachers available to classroom teachers. They can rove virtually now that we have the technology. We need to create the schedule and iron out the logistics. This master teacher concept exists currently, but the ministry has been tepid or lukewarm in its implementation.
Meanwhile, the Education Ministry will be creating an online repository of lesson plans for teachers.
The platform will be easy to use. Lesson plans will be organized by subject and grade level. Within each lesson plan, you will find clear objectives, description of materials needed, a thorough procedure with an opening and a closing, as well as assessments and modifications.
The Education Minister says teachers can download and tailor the lesson plans to fit the needs of their students. In addition, she says that if teachers have lesson plans they think are excellent, they can upload and share them with other educators.
We expect that the central repository of lesson plans will promote collaboration among teachers all across the education sector, and that by providing this tool for our teachers, it will enable teachers to focus more of their time on the ever-important demands of classroom management and student-teacher relationship.
In other news, the health sector has received $3.5 million worth of personal protective equipment, PPEs, to support the work of frontline workers managing the COVID-19 pandemic. The donation was made recently by the Massey Group of companies. The group also contributed approximately $500,000 to the Seaview Gardens Health Center under the Ministry of Health's Adopt a Clinic program.
What the Massey Group is demonstrating through this $3.5 million contribution in PPEs, masks, and so on, as well as the contribution to the Adopt a Clinic program, is that they recognize that outside of their core activity, it is in their interest and all our interests to support the greater good of society. And the COVID pandemic, which has affected all of us, clearly is a great place to start.
The Attorney General's Chambers is looking to establish an integrated library management system which will enable attorneys to have access to the library and database from any location or device. As part of that, Attorney General Marlene Malahou-Fort says the database for the library, which is housed within the Human Resource Management and Administration Division, is being updated.
Madam Speaker, insofar as the library is concerned, we're currently engaged in a project to update its database and to add new categories for proclamations, rules and regulations, extraordinary gazettes and judgments from the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal.
The Attorney General was making her contribution to the 2021-22 sectoral debate in Parliament recently. She says so far a total of 773 gazettes and 140 judgments have been added to the database. And finally, applications are now open for Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora to submit their drawings for government's low-cost housing design competition. The competition, which was launched on Friday, is aimed at accessing creative, original and resilient low-cost housing designs that will be used to accelerate the National Social Housing Program.
What we're trying to do is to get the architectural, the planning community, the environmental community to take the vast knowledge that exists, both globally and of the local circumstance, and infuse it into practice. to solve real world problems. And then the government would take that application, put it through our bureaucracy, and then have it implemented.
Submissions will be accepted from individuals and groups of up to 5 persons. The winning design will cop a first place prize of $1 million, while second place is $500,000 and third place gets $250,000. Registration for the low-cost housing design competition ends at 4 p.m. on May 25. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.